According to the General Statistics Office, here is the news today. Credit growth as of June 20 reached 8.51%, 1.5 times higher than the same period in 2021. Notably, the impressive increase in credit parallels the rise of the series of indicators on exports, industrial production, retail and service revenue, and many more. There are indicators that credit inflows are increased strongly, focus on this area and promptly meet the demand for strong recovery after the pandemic. Currently, interest rates of the banks are ranging from 8.5 to 8.9% per year. Credit grew rapidly while liquidity in the real estate and the stock markets show that the capital inflows into risky areas have tightened. The average stock liquidity per session is currently hovering around 13,000 billion VND, down nearly half compared to the 2021. Currently, many banks have been assigned capital plans and have started implementing a support package to subsidize 2% of the interest rates for the businesses, cooperatives and business households, according to the Decree 31 of the government. However, an issue that many businesses are concerned about is that the process needs to be accelerated and the contents of the businesses are under a lot of price pressure that needs to be shared in a timely manner. In the past 3 months, the number of domestic passengers via air has increased dramatically. Operations at some airports are overloaded, delays and cancellations tend to increase. Only at the domestic terminal of the Tanzania airport, each day have an average of 90,000 to 100,000 passengers, so the local congestion often occurs. In June, more than 5,600 flights across the country were deployed. This represents more than 18% of the total flights and it's up 9.5% from the previous month. Many times, Tanzania Airport has had to put into use enhanced and flexible lounges that allow passengers of one airline to go to the lobby of another airline to go through security procedures to share the traffic. Outside this unit opened an additional Land D1 for technology taxi to pick up passengers to quickly clear the outside of the airport during the rush hour. Inside, 2 enhanced waiting rooms has just been built, awaiting approval from the Ministry of Construction and the Ministry of Transport. It is expected to have free up 800 to 1,000 passengers per hour. The Ministry of Health have just issued an press document number 3460 to 9 ministries and document number 3465 to the People Committees of provinces and cities on strengthening the vaccination against COVID-19. The Ministry of Health accordingly recommends that localities strictly follow the Prime Minister's direction, going every alley, knocking door to door, checking every person so as not miss those who need vaccinations. The Ministry of Health proposed to mobilize the participation of all departments, agencies, sectors, and smart organizations to carry out the propaganda and mobilization of people aged 12 and over to get the third dose of vaccines. People who are at high risk according to the guidelines of the Ministry of Health should get a third dose and take children from 5 to under 12 years old for vaccinations as recommended of the health sector. Currently, the pandemic situation is still complicated and unpredictable. New trends may appear while vaccines reduce immunity over time. The health sectors will hold a ceremony to launch a vaccination campaign for officials and employees in the industry in the first week of July 2022. Russia and Ukraine on July 2nd issued a contradictory statements about the situation in the Silesian, Kiev's last patient on the Luhansk province amid a heat of the southern Ukraine. According to the TASS news agency, the Russian-backed separatists in the Luhansk, eastern Ukraine, claim to have encircled the entire city of Lysychansk in the province. Separatist spokesman Andrei Mokroko said that the Luhansk militia and the Russian forces had occupied the last strategic high points, which allowed them to confirm Lysychansk were completely encircled. However, Ukrainian military later denied this claim. Russian Mumushkuk, a spokesman for the Ukrainian National Guard, says fighting was intense around the Lysychansk, but the city was not surrounded and was under Ukrainian military control. Lysychansk became the focus of the Kiev's last attempt to resist Moscow's forces in the Luhansk. On July 2nd, Israeli officials said that the Palestinian Authority (PA) would hand over the bullets that killed Al Jazeera reporter Sari Abu Alayh to the Israeli for the investigation. The Walla news agency quoted an unnamed Israeli official as saying that the bullets should be soon transferred to Israel through the intermediary of the United States. Under the agreement, the bullets will be transferred to Security Coordinator Mike Franzel, and the results of the autopsy could be available on July 3rd. Female reporter Shireen Abdul Alayh, with dual Palestinian and American citizenship, was killed on May 11th while covering the Israeli military operation in Jain in the West Bank. An investigation by the Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights concluded that Israeli security forces were responsible for the incident. This is the end for our news today. Thanks for watching. Have a good time. Goodbye.